How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard in the shop. The snow has almost all gone. You can see in the distance that there's still some patches around. So we've got all our TGAIs here all laid out. There's a couple some got a little wet. So we're gonna get them dry. We're gonna brush them off, blow them off, clean them, and we're gonna paint them with primer so that they're somewhat protected. So before we, cut them and put them up, we're just gonna paint them all, and before we can put them up on this side of the roof here. In the previous video, we got all this up, and we got you can see here, we have the bolts in. Now we're gonna put some T brackets on these to tie them to the post. So we're gonna make those. Maybe today we'll be able to get all the steel cut and holes drilled and things like that to make those T connections up there. But these TGIs will be the rafters on this side of the roof up in here. So this is what we'll be doing here today, getting them done here. This one's really wet. Say hi, Jeff.
Morning. At least it's morning here.
Yeah, it's morning here. Yeah. So it's supposed to be a warm day. We had some couple really good warm days in the last few days. All of them are cleaned up and brushed, blown off. So that was one that got pretty wet as the top one, and it'll dry. It's not too bad. Sun's not real bright today, but not too bad. And the supervisor just showed up. So there he is. There's Roscoe. This is Roscoe, the shop dog, guys. And he just showed up for work. Typical supervisor. We're using an airless sprayer. There we go. We'll get these painted, dried, hopefully today, tomorrow or so, and maybe on the weekend or even Friday, we can start putting these up. Typical supervisor in the golf cart, sitting there watching. Roscoe. Oh yeah, doesn't want to show his face on camera, of course. Okay, we're getting there. All these painted. Just still painting down there. Still got a few more to go. I think after he's done with those, about 5. Now this is just that kilns. This is what we're using right there. Just a primer. All right, let's see you white. Jeff is cleaning. Yeah. So the sprayer worked awesome. That worked good, and we got all these done. So we have them all painted with some primer now, and well, we're ready to put them up then after they dry. Might be a day or so. How you guys doing? So the paint's dry, and we are getting started on the rafters. We got this one up and all squared. Now Jeff's up here and we're marking off our spacing. Get that marked out. Along the beam will get marked out. And then start cutting some of these rafters and putting them up. So this is the next day, but I didn't shoot this at night because it was kind of getting dark on us. But anyway, we've got 5 of these up, right? All squared, all that's all good, and we're just gonna plug away today, and we will get all the rest up. We have we had 23 total. We have 5 up, so we'll fly through these. We got to move our scaffold and all that. We're going to set up another piece of scaffold with wheels, so out here it's a little easier. We don't have to move a ladder around, and just continue on. It's looking good, looking good. Going well. We're almost halfway here this morning. Take a little break and continue on. Looking really good. Nice flat roof. It's coming out well. Over here, this beam is a little bit taller beam, and so what we're doing to keep the roof flat is we're putting some little slope notches in there to get the rafters so they're nice and flat, right? Flat roof. Don't want to hump or bump. And we're using a cant strip on the inside. Now over here it's varying because of the beam. This is a rough sawn beam, so you have variations. But we're using cant strips on this side to give really good bearing across the beam. You can kind of see that up there. All right, first thing in the morning, 9 o'clock. Next day, and we didn't quite get finished yesterday. We still have, I think it's two more to put up. We're almost there. Yeah, we have two more rafters to put up and cut the tails on it. A little bright out. Coming along really well, really well. We flipped up a couple and we didn't paint the sides of 2 of them. How about that? We missed a couple on one side. Anyway, kind of funny, but coming out really good. And we'll be cross bracing and things like that also. We haven't cut the material. We don't have the material out here for that yet, but we'll have it. But this is really nice and tall. Be plenty of room. Like I said, this is where the sawmill is going to sit, right in here. Right here, let me back up. In this span here, this big span, this is where the sawmill will sit, and it's plenty high for us to get the tractor in and set a log on the mill and stuff. So it's going to work out good. All right, that was the last cut on the tails. Looks really, really good. All cleaned up. Yeah. Getting the blocking in up there. All along. It's looking really good. This is our blocking we're doing, a little cross blocking. Very strong, very solid. A little custom work. Scrap pile. That's from the other end here. Coming along really good, really good. Still a lot to do, but it's a big building really, or big roof area I should say. All right, this is the next morning. We finished off the blocking. Now we're going to be putting up lath strips across the top of the rafters for the metal roofing to sit on top of that. So we're going to get started on it here. Beautiful day, gorgeous out. Little view from the top here. These are all 2x4. This is a 2x8 out here on the edge. And it's going along well. It's lunchtime. Time to take a break. Now metal roofing will sit on top of these lath boards here, which are 2x4. And you can see the blocking from up above.